Beloved child, hush and breathe. The air you inhale now is heavy with purpose, not the ordinary weight of worry, but the deliberate atmosphere of destiny drawing near. Archangel Michael has leaned close and has spoken again, and his words are not casual echoes. They are the crack of dawn over a long winter, they are the trumpet waking something ancient in your soul. Listen with the parts of you that never lie, the quiet knowing, the place where truth sits like a steady flame. You have been watched, not with judgment, but with holy attention. An official, a person whose voice carries corridors of decision and whose handshake can open gates, has been stirred by heaven. This is not theater. It is not luck disguised. It is a deliberate act of divine choreography. The moment is being written in a language that mortal eyes can sometimes mistake for coincidence. You must learn to read it as revelation. This person, seated now at a table you have not yet entered, holds more than paperwork. They carry knowledge that has been whispered into vaults you could not reach. They have listened to counsel you could not hear. They carry a catalogue of your unseen hours, your hidden prayers, the bruises you hid beneath smiles, and the small victories you thought only God noticed. And when their lips move to speak your name, the room will shift because God Himself is rearranging the furniture of fate. Do not let fear mislabel what is happening as danger. Heaven is using structure, rank, and authority because power moves through forms that the world understands. When Archangel Michael says a government official is part of this, he is telling you, heaven chooses instruments where instruments will be heard. It is not about politics, it is about prophecy moving through the channels of the earth. The hand that signs, the voice that recommends, the person who remembers all of these can become vessels for divine confirmation. And you are about to see that. You have walked alone long enough to forget the sound of being noticed. The silence around you felt like abandonment, the delays felt like forgetting. But listen, the silence was preparation. The delays were preservation. There is a precise reason your story was kept away from common sight, because when it surfaces, it must surface whole and unassailable. The official who will call you will not merely repeat rumors. They will declare a truth the world tried to bury. Their words will be the echo of what heaven pronounced before time was counted. Imagine, a small room, the hush of curtains, a table that seems larger than its size. The official looks up. There is recognition in their eyes, not curiosity, but a reverent shock. They will say details that will make your breath hitch, a struggle you never described, a mercy you never claimed, a faith that never wavered. Each revelation will land like a key in a lock. And each lock will open a door that has been quietly waiting for you. Archangel Michael whispers, when you walk into that room, do not bring shame, do not bring armor. Bring the truth you have lived. Because the truth is the currency heaven uses. The official's knowledge is not gossip, it is a divine confirmation written on human lips. You will stand before someone who has been instructed by more than protocol, instructed by a hand that moves nations. This is why you must not shrink. You must not rehearse defenses. Stand upright. Let the light that has lived in you for so long appear without apology. And understand this, the meeting is not only about recognition. It is about placement. When they mark your name, it will not be a stroke of paper but a reconfiguration of how doors open to you. Do not expect only applause. Expect responsibility. Expect a mantle that will fit awkwardly at first because you are being newly measured. But Michael says the mantle will settle as you step into it. The gifts you once hid will become useful instruments, the scars will become maps, and the quiet endurance will become testimony that moves rooms and nations. Why this official? Because heaven knows the languages of influence and the pathways of power. Heaven chooses bridges that cross from hidden places into public spaces. And sometimes those bridges take the shape of a suit, a title, a position. The vessel is not the point, the movement is. God will use what the world respects to proclaim what heaven honors. And you, beloved child, are what heaven honors in this hour. You may wonder, will they reveal everything in one breath? No. Revelation comes in stages. The first meeting is the seed, a seed that will be watered by small favors, quiet introductions, and calls that arrive like soft invitations. After that first private room, you will receive phone calls that will not make sense at first. Doors will open in places you forgot to look. People who turned away will find reasons to remember. Opportunities will arrive not because the world suddenly changed, but because heaven rearranged who noticed you. Hold fast to this: the official will not approach you as a judge but as a courier of confirmation. They will not ask you to prove your story, they will testify to it. Their words will be a mirror held up by authority, showing you what God always saw. When that mirror is held, it will reflect not only your past but the corridors that open when God decides to announce a life. Archangel Michael says something urgent now: prepare your spirit. Prepare your words. Not by rehearsing for show, but by readying truth that flows from quiet places within you. Pray simply: Lord, let me receive what you send without fear. Let my hands be open, not clenched. You are being given not just recognition but permission to step into spaces previously barred. The meeting will be a transference of sight more than status. You will be seen by those who carry influence, and by their seeing, you will be given sight of the next steps. Do not let envy steal this moment. Others may ask, why them? Remember, heaven has its reasons. The official may be unassuming by human measure, perhaps someone who seemed distant or even opposed. But watch how the divine moves through the unexpected. God delights in using the unlikely to amplify the true. When that person speaks your name, realize they are the instrument, not the author. The author is drawing you forward. And child, know this: heaven's timetable has been exact. What felt late was mercifully timed, what felt missed was being safeguarded. Archangel Michael says your delay has been a deliberate delay so that when doors open, they open wide and with force. This is why the reason you will hear in that private meeting will stun you, because it will reveal a pattern you could not see, a tapestry woven in secret that now becomes visible stitch by stitch. So listen: when the word comes to present yourself, do not hesitate. Go. Go with reverence, but go with boldness. Speak truth plainly. Receive what is offered humbly. The official's recognition is heaven's hand delivered through earth's mechanisms. It will not strip you, it will secure you. It will not drown you in obligation, it will appoint you to a place where your voice can be heard, your gifts can be stewarded, and your calling can be multiplied. Feel now the shift. A permission has been granted over your name. A scroll you could not access has been unsealed in the heavenly archives, and pieces of it have been carried into rooms where decisions are made. When that official speaks, let your heart be startled not by fear but by the gravity of divine companionship. This is your appointment. It is a private appointment with public consequences. And as you step toward that meeting, remember you are never alone. Angels walk with you. Michael himself is clearing the pathway. Heaven's light lies over you like a canopy. What they will say is not just their own words, it is a chorus that includes the voice of God. Stand steady. Receive the confirmation. Let this private moment unfurl into the public season prepared for you. Hold on to that truth, child, because the scene that follows will completely reframe your days. And in that continuation, hear the hush of heaven ripple outward. The private room was the threshold, What you step into next will be the hallway of unfolding. Archangel Michael says clearly, the moment in that room will be the punctuation mark, not the full sentence. There is more an afterflow designed to accelerate favor and to calibrate influence in ways you do not yet imagine. Understand this now, the official S recognition will act like a master key, but keys require doors to exist. People, places, and platforms you once thought inaccessible will become serviceable because that recognition translates into introductions, endorsements, and an invitation to steward a new responsibility. When the telephone rings after that meeting, pick it up. Do not assume it is trivial. Michael warns, some of these calls will come in strange hours, some will come from unexpected numbers. Answer with prayer and with clarity of purpose. The first yes you give in that season should be a yes aligned with the heart God has carved into you. Expect also a season of refining. Not every door that opens is meant to remain open forever. Some are corridors to clarity, some are stages for testimony, some are laboratories where you learn to carry weight. Do not be disillusioned if an initial favor requires you to show patience, skill, or humility. The favor will test your readiness. Heaven uses favor to form character. So when offers arrive, receive them with wisdom and consult quietly with the Spirit. Archangel Michael says, favor without discernment can be costly. So be both grateful and wise. Now listen to a specific promise. People who once kept their distance will become conduits. Those who had forgotten your name will now become carriers of your reputation. Colleagues, neighbors, even those who previously scoffed, watch how mercy starts to rewrite memory. It will not be instant complete reversal, rather, it will be a steady turning, like sunrise rolling slowly over a plain until the entire valley is touched by light. And child, the content of what is revealed in that private meeting will do more than unlock positions, it will validate your testimony. The story you carried in secret will be confirmed in public syllables. This validation will not overwrite your humility, instead, it will be the sash that honors your endurance. When authority speaks, the world listens. The official S voice will be a trumpet call for those who needed confirmation that God remembers the smallest of acts done in hidden places. But there is a warning threaded in this blessing: do not let applause replace altar. Public recognition is powerful, but the power you'll steward must be rooted in worship, not reputation. Keep your morning place with God. Keep the quiet time where heaven first made your calling known. Power that floats without foundation will topple, power anchored by prayer becomes legacy. The aftermath will be practical. Contracts may be proposed. Invitations may arrive. People in key positions will call. Do not be surprised if the requests demand courage. Archangel Michael instructs you, say yes to responsibilities that enlarge your soul and no to those that merely flatter your ego. God is configuring you for vocation, not vanity. Your elevation is a tool for service. Wherever doors open, be prepared to use them to bless and to uplift others, not merely to lift yourself. And remember the reason you were noticed: your life was faithful in what no one could see. The official was impressed not by thunderous miracles but by steady obedience. God honors constancy. Your consistent small sacrifices became a significant file in Heaven's archive, and someone in an office saw the pattern and decided to act. That is the pattern of heaven: small faithfulness becomes large assignment. Soon after the season begins, you will be given opportunities to speak into rooms that need hope. Your testimony will be a lamp for others. Michael assures you, the authority that recognized you will not only confirm your past but will commission your future. New teams will be formed around your gift, new trust will be placed in your hands. When that happens, steward well. Appoint counselors who are humble and wise. Surround yourself with people who love God more than the platform. This will preserve your heart from the pitfalls of sudden notice. Now a deeper secret: heaven does not only intend to shift your status but to shift the stories of generations connected to you. The influence you receive will ripple down like water dropped into a pond. Members of your family, community, and lineage will feel the warmth. There will be doors opened for those who carry your name. The official's action is like a lever that moves more than one weight. You will find that favors echo beyond yourself. And yet, with all this unfolding, there will be tests. The enemy will try to counterfeit favor with distraction. He will whisper lies that sound like counsel. Michael warns, there will be offers that seem glittering but aim to entangle. Hold everything to the light of prayer. Consult those trusted in prayer. Do not allow haste to own your decisions. The right doors will wait for a wise yes. Child, rehearse humility now. Public endorsements reveal weakness as much as strength, and the world will magnify both. When critics arise, and they will let your integrity answer them with quiet fruit. Your dignity is not preserved by silence alone, but by steady righteousness. Let your life speak louder than any defense. As the momentum gathers, you will notice people reaching out with resources. Some will offer mentorship, some will offer platforms, some will offer introductions to other influential people. Take what aligns with God's call. Use what is given as seed, not as a throne. Archangel Michael commands you to remember origin: every favor is a gift that must be invested, not hoarded. Plant these gifts into work that multiplies blessing. Hear now a promise that will steady your heart: the recognition that comes through this official will also restore loss. Years you felt stolen will be reconciled in seasons of restoration. Doors closed to you in the past will reopen, sometimes in better form. What was taken will come back converted into testimony and influence. God often repays in magnitude what was once lost in measure. The season will also refine how you speak. Your words will begin to carry weight when spoken in rooms of authority. This is not arrogance, this is the reassignment of voice. Learn to steward your speech. Speak truth, avoid flattery. When you speak from a prepared heart, people will feel that you carry more than opinion, you carry destiny. Use that voice to call forth the best in others, not only to proclaim your own rise. There is another practical sign: doors will start to open not just for you but through you. You will be placed in positions where your decisions influence policies, where your testimony affects procedure, and where your presence in a room carries moral weight. Do not be intoxicated by this power. Instead, be intoxicated by responsibility. Let God use your influence to shift culture toward mercy, justice, and restoration. And finally, this is the loudest assurance: you will not walk this alone. Angels will continue to encamp. Archangel Michael will not hand you over to acclaim and depart. He remains your protector and advocate. Every meeting, every call, every door will have a divine margin around it. The official was used as a mouthpiece, but the wind behind them was heaven itself. So prepare your words, prepare your heart, prepare your hands to serve. Go into the room when you are called. Receive what is given with gratitude. Walk out with purpose. Let the afterflow be one of service, integrity, and multiplied blessing. What begins as a private meeting will grow into a movement that honors God and lifts many. If you are receiving this now, do not be silent. Type "I receive" in the comments. Let faith declare what heaven has already decreed. Share this message so others who are waiting to be seen know their time is near. Subscribe, for the next revelation will guide you through the first practical steps after that meeting: how to steward calls, how to choose counsel, and how to multiply favor without losing soul. Beloved child, Archangel Michael seals this word. The reason your name reached that official was not for vanity or mere recognition. It was to place you where your gifts will serve many, where your story will heal others, and where heaven will be glorified through your obedience. This is your season of being lifted, not to be elevated in pride, but to be set in place for purpose. Walk into it boldly, humbly, and with the full knowledge that heaven itself has marked your name. Go now in peace and with courage. The private meeting was only the key. The kingdom is waiting for you to step through. Beloved child, listen carefully, for heaven is still speaking and Archangel Michael has not finished unveiling the mystery of your destiny. The Spirit whispers now that what is unfolding is bigger than a private room, greater than a single conversation, and more profound than any single encounter. What heaven is aligning is a chain reaction. Once one door opens, 1,000 more will swing wide. Michael says, do not think this will end with one official, one meeting, or one moment. This is only the seed. And once planted, it will multiply. You see, child, when heaven designs a breakthrough, it never remains contained. It spreads, it ripples, it amplifies. What you thought would be a small exchange will carry the weight of heaven's government. What begins in whispers will end in proclamations. Heaven declares that in the days ahead, unexpected voices will begin to echo the same message: we have seen you. We have heard of you. Your name is not hidden anymore. And this will not be ordinary recognition. It will be prophetic confirmation that your journey was never wasted. Every silent battle, every hidden tear, every unseen victory, they are now being drawn into divine remembrance. Archangel Michael says heaven is pulling your testimony like a thread and weaving it into places of power where you never thought you belonged. Child, imagine this: circles of influence, groups of leaders, gatherings of decision makers. In these hidden assemblies, your name has already been spoken. Not because of politics. Not because of human design. But because heaven whispered it. Michael says, there will be gatherings where your name comes up, and you will not even know until the fruit reaches you. But trust this, heaven has entered those rooms before you ever step inside them. And when you finally hear what they say, it will shock you. You will wonder, how did they know? How did my story reach them? Who told them? And heaven will answer, it was not man. It was us. We carried your name. Beloved, this is no small matter. The Spirit is aligning your voice with platforms you never pursued. You will stand in spaces where others fought for recognition, but you will be invited. You will walk where others tried to climb, but you will be carried. This is not human striving, it is divine placement. Hear me clearly, child, what silenced you will now serve you. For years, you felt unheard, unseen, overlooked. But now that very season of silence is becoming the evidence of heaven's preservation. Michael says, your silence did not disqualify you, it protected you. While others spoke too soon, you were being kept for the right time. Now that time has come. This reversal will stun you. Those who once dismissed you will suddenly reference you. Those who ignored your voice will suddenly seek it. And those who thought you had no influence will discover heaven has been preparing your influence in hidden places all along. The reversal is not to shame your enemies but to glorify your God. For he is showing you and them that his timing overrides human timing. His approval outweighs human rejection. Child, do you know what this next season carries? It carries a heavenly seal. Archangel Michael declares, when you enter that private meeting, do not think it ends with human words. Heaven itself will place a seal upon you. This seal is not visible to human eyes, yet its evidence will be undeniable. Everywhere you go afterward, doors will sense it and unlock. People will sense it and favor you. Systems will sense it and adjust for you. This is why heaven calls it not just a meeting, but a marking. And hear me now, once heaven marks you, no man can unmark you. No voice of accusation, no system of opposition, no barrier of tradition can reverse what heaven has sealed. The Spirit says, do not fear the gaze of man, for heaven's gaze is already upon you. Beloved, Archangel Michael is revealing another layer. Your influence will not remain confined. What begins in one city, one nation, or one circle will extend beyond borders. For your calling is not local, it is global. He says, the voice of your destiny will travel beyond the walls of that private space. It will ripple into nations, cross cultures, and influence generations. Child, can you see it? What you thought was a meeting for one purpose will ignite a movement for many purposes. And you will stand in awe, realizing heaven never intended for you to stay small. You were always designed to carry a global mantle. Now, listen carefully. Michael says heaven will even send strangers to confirm what has been spoken. You may walk through an airport, a marketplace, or a street, and someone unknown will approach you and speak words that mirror heaven's revelation. They may not know why they're saying it, but you will know. It will be heaven's way of reminding you, you are on the right path. You are not imagining this. We are with you. Child, these confirmations are not random encouragements, they are divine signposts guiding you into your destiny. But heaven also warns, prepare. For elevation requires preparation. Archangel Michael says, do not step into these rooms empty in spirit. Fill yourself with heaven's words, heaven's wisdom, heaven's strength. This is why you are being called into prayer, into stillness, into alignment. Because when the moment comes, you must carry not just your own voice, but heaven's authority. The official, the leader, the influencer, they will not just be hearing you. They will be hearing heaven through you. Do not underestimate this, child. This is not about speaking eloquently, it is about speaking prophetically. It is not about impressing, it is about releasing. Michael says, be ready, for secrets will be unveiled. That official, that leader, that person of influence, they will tell you things about your journey you never told anyone. And you will know heaven revealed it to them. This unveiling is not to expose you but to confirm you. They will say words that pierce your soul, words that remind you heaven has been walking with you every step of the way. You will weep, not in sorrow, but in recognition. Recognition that you were never abandoned, never forgotten, never unseen. Child, heaven is showing that what happens in this season will not just impact you, it will impact generations. For when God elevates one, he blesses the lineage. The favor that rests upon you will echo into your children, your family, your descendants. Archangel Michael says, this is bigger than your lifetime. You are carrying a legacy. What begins in one meeting will ripple through generations to come, and heaven declares that future voices will rise because of your obedience today. Your yes will ignite the yes of others. Your breakthrough will become their foundation. Finally, beloved, hear this, there is a strategy unfolding. Heaven is not rushing you into random moments. Every step is ordered, every meeting is timed, every voice is aligned. What feels sudden to you has been orchestrated for years. Michael says, trust the strategy. Do not force it. Do not doubt it. Walk in it. The Spirit reminds you, God does not waste anything. Even the delays were part of the preparation. Even the detours were part of the design. And now, the strategy is reaching fulfillment. Beloved child, Heaven is declaring, this is not the end of the message. This is only the unfolding. You are in the middle of divine history being written. And soon, what you heard in private will be shouted in public. Stay steady. Stay surrendered. Stay in faith. For the third chapter of this revelation is not the conclusion, it is the bridge. The bridge that carries you from hidden preparation to undeniable manifestation.